Hey guys, welcome back to the Portal Podcast. I'm your host Edmond Orenge, and you can refer me as the Tribal Chief. So we have another topic here, and we're going to talk about gender inequality. It's a huge factor that's affecting our society, kwanza sisi as youths. So I have my panelists hapa, so we're going to discuss it, and I hope you're going to get in the bottom of this topic. So tuanza an introduction from my far left.
Hi, my name is Ruth Chetricher. I'm a nurse and also an advocate for mental health. Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you.
Are we allowed to be treated inside? Hello, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever time you're catching this. My name is Mbayaji Kevin. I'm an actor and screenwriter. Um, I do a lot of TV shows. So for those who are watching Kenyan projects, Asanteni Sana, we are grateful. Voila.
Nice.
Hello everyone, my name is Audrey Sang. I'm a podcaster, farmer, and lover of vibes.
That's nice. So I'll ask a question. How was your week, Audrey?
I had a really busy week, very adventurous. Just recently turned 25. I'm feeling amazing. I had a good.
Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
Cheers, 25.
Quarter
Yes,
century,
I
right?
know.
Mm.
Yes, so I had a really interesting week so far. I went to shoot for some content for some other place. It was really beautiful, and I hope you guys have been looking forward to that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Oh yeah. Today is my week is very packed. I love the fact that it's packed. We've been having this training for theater practitioners in Eldoret, happening right now, even as we speak, at Tax Center, where we just have creatives, actors, writers, producers, directors come together and be trained on matters to do with theatrical productions and how best we can monetize our content and just be able to make sure people come for our plays, especially me who have a show this coming Saturday, 16th of this month. Yeah, we have a play called You May Now Kiss the Bride. I know. It will be happening at Sirikwa Hotel. Yeah. 500 shillings only. But if you put it in Ugandan money, it can threaten you. But yeah.
That's nice. So how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. My week is going fabulous. I'm doing what I do best, saving lives, of course. And I've also been exploring and adventuring and, trying the hidden gems. And trust me, they should stay hidden.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice. Yeah. So I know. Yeah. So I think there's always a shorter answer to how you're doing. I know kuna zile like the things that are disturbing you. I know there's a shorter answer. Kuna sema I'm doing well. So I don't want us to get into that. Sawa. So let's get into the topic. What's gender inequality according to you, Audrey? What's gender inequality?
Um, Gender inequality is basically depriving of one gender of opportunities, chances, vibes. You prioritize the other one. That is basically it. Where you're looking down upon one gender with regards to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would just put it in a way that it's more of a denying an opportunity to someone else and giving it to someone else, not because they don't not qualify, not because they're children of a lesser god, but because they are of a different gender that you prefer. Yeah. So it's favorism.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement with all of them. It's just discriminating people in the society, under the same circumstances based on their gender. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that pushes us to the next question. How does it affect now the society, us, the society? How does it affect us?
Um, I mean, in the society, obviously, there's less effective outcomes, and like on a platform of a lot of things, we won't have like that strong build together because now if we are depriving one gender from another, and yet together can be a force, so we're not gonna get a lot of effective outcomes in a lot of things. You get? Yeah. And also, it's an endless list, Yeah.
Um, it's it's a disease that somehow a nurse will struggle to treat because it it locks a community, it locks a society in a box that we struggle to get beyond. Because we will keep on mark timing. Why? Because case study, Audrey was given an opportunity that should have been given to you, not because she's better than you, but because she's a lady, and then she did not qualify for it, and that's why we are sort of loaded with incompetent people in positions of service, and we keep on struggling and we keep on pushing, and nothing is happening, and we just continue doing what we do best as a country, complain.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
How does gender inequality impact the society?
Oh yeah. Um, I think gender equality, poverty is a result of gender equality. Because just like Mbayagi has said, is it Mbayagi or Mbayaji?
Well, NA will pass for this stage, but it's usually Mbayaji for the sake of
Okay.
clarity.
Just like how he has said, we end up having so many incompetent people. You'd find probably in a government office, a school or somewhere else, someone is doing shitty work just because they're a man or just because it's a woman, yet there was someone else who was qualified and could have possibly done a better job. Yeah, so I think poverty, gender equality makes the society really poor.
Yeah.
Yes.
In I see this in a case whereby the case of empowerment.
Mm.
Are women more empowered than men? Are men more empowered than men? Than
Than
women?
women.
We women are getting, men had already been empowered from slavery, even from then way back. It dates back to the BC. Now women are on the rise in what we call empowerment, and it's even crazy because even now we're surpassing the male gender, and they don't want to take that lightly.
Yeah.
Well, it's also a question of
Men
debate.
are born empowered.
Well, what can I say? He said it. But then what about us? We're on the rise, Mayaji.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in any way disputing your opinion.
Yeah.
My take will be empowerment. You do not achieve equality by demeaning one person, and I think that's what we said when we were introducing this. You do not achieve it. If this is case study using Hanini, I don't believe it, because deep down in my head, I always say women are the most powerful creatures God created, but they don't know. Until they realize that is when they will know.
Yeah.
So this is a man, according to the society, and this is a woman. You do not pull him down to get to this level, or you do not pull him down as you pull this other person up. You don't do that. Yeah? You make sure this person is comfortable where they are. As you bring this one up, always make sure. But let us not deviate from the fact that we are all different. No matter how much we try to do all this empowerment, there's no time in the universe where we will be like
Equal.
we will never. I mean, if it will happen, maybe I am looking forward to be alive in that time. But I don't know.
There's no point we can be equal, right? Okay, you had asked about empowerment. I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting the question. Um, I think at this point, most likely, from my opinion, currently women are a little bit more empowered than men. And this is because, just like she had said from the BCs, ilikuanga men, always. Men were more empowered. You're the one who's going to fight battles. You're the one who's going to get opportunities. You're not going to listen to someone because it's a woman, such things. Until now, when the empowerment came from a story now, girl child, you should go to school. You should be, a woman is a nation. Raising a woman is raising a nation. So I feel like that narrative has been carried on a little too much, that we forget that we have another gender at the back. Say we even have, for example, in my field, in my agricultural field, we have uh, sponsorships that favor women and young girls, especially for women. Unaona, something for, especially for women and kids in agriculture, nini nini. And I feel like, where are the men? Why are we not mentioning men anymore? Is it because they have been deprived? Is it because they were at the top at some point? Alafu saizi, I don't think it's fair. So in my opinion, currently, women are more empowered than men.
And if I can just drop something from what she has said, someone once said, "Whatever you hear affects you."
Yeah, yeah, true.
So, a young man grows up in some village somewhere, and he gets to know that when you educate a girl, you educate a society. So, what happens when you educate a boy?
Yeah. Now the question comes: Are men going to be taught to live with empowered women? That's the question.
A question of coping,
Yeah.
coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because we can see that in the
Yeah.
society right now.
We can-
Women are being empowered sana kuliko men. Also tunaweza ona kwa there's women banking, kuna women reps. That's an example, a very huge example of that.
Well, I could just list an endless amount of philosophers who've just termed as men, of men as, men are born with ego, so most men are egocentric. And, it's nature, right? But we also have to understand that with empowerment comes with a lot of change. And one of the changes has to be women getting more seen, more vocal, and all that. So it brings about intimidation. But you see, it's not a question anymore because you've said women are the most powerful creatures in the world. We're bringing forth, we're creating beings from our body. We're homemakers. Personally, believe we are homemakers. So, like, if I'm bringing that to the table and I'm bringing something to the side, that should be a plus to you rather than a debate for intimidation. But we also see that men do not want to live with empowered women. That's why you hear. I have a friend, for example, and he's a tech brother, tech bro, love tech bros, and he is very certain that if he's gonna get a wife, she has to come from the village. You get like nothing whatsoever, empowered, somebody chill, no hard problems. So they feel a need to dominate. But when women are taking up spaces, it becomes intimidation, and I feel that's not right. Considering, like, I would personally stay with a man who's not empowered. No, I won't.
No.
But I would give them a chance.
Yeah.
So
From what you said, I'm just trying to imagine, tell your tech bro that he's just postponing a problem, eh?
yeah,
Because
true.
When she gets
when she
empowered,
gets empowered, man, it'll just come down to him again. But like you have said, thing I don't like, I think we have defined this empowerment thing in a wrong way, if I may say, because empowerment is not being given. Let us not misunderstand empowerment. Empowerment is not, hey, Ruth, have this. I've empowered you, have the presidency of this republic. No, it's creating a space where Ruth will be able to fight for that position. And that's where sometimes we go wrong as a country, because we want to give more than to create an opportunity. Back then it was hard for a girl to go to school, for example. So they did not come and say, take degrees. No. They created a safe space and say, girls too can go to school. So the empowerment thing should not be misunderstood for, being spoon-fed.
empowerment is more of giving somebody a voice, a seat at the table, and that's where I'm talking about. It's for me. It comes from a point of, like, you've given them a chance to wake up, and take these spaces, and then when they do, all of a sudden the men want to retaliate. But I'm not saying it's whether men or women, even women can retaliate. So it's just on both sides.
Yeah.
I feel like, to avoid that intimidation mentality, I feel like men should understand that this women they should understand our position in the society. Okay, they should know that you guys should know that in most cases we do not get favored. Sometimes, I mean, women go through a lot. Come on, we go through a lot more than you guys do, in my opinion. So I feel like you should
No.
I'll see
understand.
whatever.
Just see, most prisons, men are there.
Wow.
Sassy, that's going through a lot.
We also go through a lot.
Yeah, you do, but we kind of go through. We kind of miss opportunities a little bit more. We get abused a little bit more than you guys. We're all abused. We're equal, yes, but yet we equal a little higher. You get. So if you guys understand that, I will not feel intimidated by dating or marrying an empowered woman. I will put her in that. I'll give her a seat at the table. I will be able to listen to her. I will be able to, like, shushu, put her.
A question for you.
Yes, sure.
Will you, like, accept a guy who you earn more than him?
Yes. As long as we are working together, as long as we have roles in the this partnership that we have, as long as I know you're earning less than I am. I'm earning more than you are. So probably because I have
Can you see? I know. I was like, yo, why should I? But yeah, it's cool. I was just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah, keep
God.
going. I'm sorry, Audrey. I'm sorry for affecting your change.
No, it's okay. So in that example,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So tunafaa to understand where you I won't give you a lot of bills, or you can hautakuwa na vitu mob ya kufanya, but I'll still respect you as the man of the house regardless. I'll still respect you the father of our kids. I'll still give you that, your heshima. You're the head of this family. I don't think
For how long?
For how long?
That's
for as
that's
long
the
as
key.
we're living until death do us part.
I'm,
Come
I'm
on.
telling you, it's easier said than
Than
done.
done.
Yeah,
You
it's
understand?
very alive.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
When you get yourself into this shit is when you begin to realize. And I said, whatever you hear affects you. You jump out, your friends are like on the other side,
Yeah.
yo, and it keeps getting into you, and it piles, and 3 years later you're like, yo,
But
come
you
on.
should work hard. 3 years is a lot of time.
No.
Personally,
Yeah.
Let me tell you
You're marrying with the
something.
expectation that I'll improve, not because of what I am.
No.
Audrey, if
So,
I can
I-
say something about 3 years, 3 years is a lot of time. 3 years is equally very. Nowadays, you wake up, you're like, God damn.
25
You are
years.
just 20 the other day. Look
Yeah.
at you today, you're
Yeah.
25, you understand? And much has not changed. I'm speaking as if I was there on your 20th birthday.
Yeah.
Now, when we say, personally, I don't even want 3 years. I want to change these things tomorrow as a man. I want to, meet levels as a man. This is why we say we go through a lot under the pillows. I want to change it tomorrow. But, I mean, it's one thing kutafuta and it's another thing to find.
Yeah.
So you will end up struggling for even 8 years without making it. I mean, I've been doing film. I've started earning money from film barely 2 years ago. And I've been doing that since Timbuktu.
So, personally, if that question were to ask to me, I think I would not settle with a man who gets like slightly a lesser. You'll understand why?
Yeah.
Because
Still submissive.
naturally, naturally, I am a very submissive person, but I cannot submit under such circumstances. For me, a man is a protector, a provider, and equally a comforter and a lover. So I will not forget about the lovey-dovey aspect, but I'll get onto it. I won't lie to you. There's many baby mamas in the society right now, as there are married women, because like these women feel like they are the men to their kids. They are the father and they are the mother to their kids. They do not need the help because Kitambo, men brought it was very distinctive. Men brought in that. They brought in that, and even in the Bible, a woman must submit to the husband, just as Jesus submitted to God. So like that's just how it is. But for me, money has to be. I'm not talking about material things, but like let's just face it, money is what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
We need to have that so that I do not look like I will, at some point you will feel the effect. I won't have to show you that I see you less of a person, but also your insecurity you would feel like, oh damn, this woman is providing for me, and then you go and seek comfort with somebody who's less for you to just boost your ego. Yeah, because I know men are born with ego. It's part of their day-to-day life.
It's
Part.
Yeah,
and
let's-
we are
let's-
proud.
Of course you have something to say.
What are the main factors that contribute to gender inequality?
Segregation at workplaces. Yeah, where like in as much as let's say we have different job categories. It's just that others are significantly assigned to men and others to women, and also even when it comes to looking for courses in the enrollment rates, like you get like a certain percentage of this gender has gotten this enroll this
Amount.
this amount and this other no. So I mean, for me it's just so distinctive out there. Even when it goes to political places, there are spaces that women cannot take up and men can take up as usual, as also, and it's something that anyone can do, but just
A question
because
for
of
you:
the gender.
is the phrase "what a woman can do, what a man can do, a woman can do better"?
No.
That's a lie.
What-
I think
what-
that's a question for all of us. You should just let us answer the other one
Individually.
first,
Moja
and
moja.
then we'll come back to that
Sawa.
because all
Yeah,
of us will
baadaye.
want to respond to
Baadaye,
that.
baadaye, yeah.
Yeah, my take for these some of the factors that contribute to gender inequality: outdated cultural practices. 2-3 months ago, I visited Masai land, deep Maland. Ah man, Kenya is far from Vision 2030, man. Oh, trust me,
So close
we
yet
are
so
way
far.
far from that thing. We are still in a space where I am going to a whole pastor's house. This is a minister of the word, you get, but the wife still doesn't have a say. Why? Because I am a man. You understand? I saw a woman who I had seen before, and then when I saw her in Kajiado, I was like, ah. So me, I went bowing because that mama is like my grandma. I went bowing, and before I could get to her, nilishikwa na wazee. They're like, no, you do not bow to a woman.
Damn.
That hiyo ilinishtua because I mean sisi hapa where we have been raised, huko ni kama Maland, hata uwezi amkia a woman kwa matatu. Ati wewe unasimamia a lady ameingia, maybe she's expectant kwa gari, huwezi. So you see such outdated things, and kids are growing in the same environment. So when do you want us to change?
Some things we need to unlearn them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I have a question though before I start. And Ruth said about job opportunities. A question from my field, again from agriculture. There's some jobs that we do, and you'd be like, it would have been better if it was a man. You know, for example, when we have to go and attend to farmers in a location, we have to have nduris. You see, we have to have transport. Now, in most cases, we have nduris, and sometimes we have companies that assign for us nduris or cars, but sana nduris, especially like for government offices. And you're like, probably it would have been easier if this job was assigned to a guy, because I can't go on riding a nduthi and all that, and probably sometimes I have to go to really remote places that probably I can't even feel safe anymore, yet I'm working, you know. So for jobs, I don't know how to feel about it, because I think kuna other jobs, like really hand-on jobs that should be is fair enough, is designed for men, and there are jobs that other jobs that ofisi ni really hiyo inafaa ikuwe equal, but some jobs zingine I feel like men could do better than us that we do.
Yeah, unajua hapo it depends now sir with you individually.
With your field?
Yeah. What do you really want?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another factor that I put across, I will blame the so-called thing called education. You understand? Like, education is good, but Kenya's education is, I think, the most. But I don't know much about CBC. I stopped studying this, but I'm speaking about 844. The one that a kid in, you know, we're expecting change, but a kid in case study Baringo will not go to school to learn these things. You understand? Why? Because there's banditry there. But this kid will sit for the same exam as a Kenya high school. Same paper, same exam. Mtoto amesoma 2 months or 2 weeks. So where did this kid get to interact with what were they called in school? Whatever. Like these kind of lessons where you get to learn, they are not book oriented, because when they get back to school, syllabus is almost going, teachers want to rush, so teachers will not have time to teach them outside values, like, oh, when being this, when you're growing, you see a lady like this. So teachers will be deep in CRE chemistry and mathematics. They won't have time for this. Now they finish school, they still have that mindset that no, I'm a boy child, this is how I'm supposed to be. I'm a girl child, this is how I'm supposed to be. And we still run in circles.
Yeah. So I think we go to the next one. Or the question.
Man can do, woman can do.
Yeah.
Start.
Well, how about you start from here this time?
Okay, cool. We can never be equal, and I think that is a very hard pill for women to swallow. As much as we are here saying,
Thank you, Audrey. Salute.
God bless you.
Director kuna kitu ya
Kuone kando.
director kuna kitu ya Audrey. Wazi.
Very nice. So there's no point we can be equal, and it's so hard for us to accept that. Let us look in an example of a home. Okay, probably tuangalie house yenye iko na a man, woman, and a woman alone. There's some things like bringing up a child, especially the boy child. It needs both both parents. If things like you know, Yeah, that's just the only example I have. So I don't think men and women can be the same. We can have better opportunities, we can have equal opportunities, we can have equal rights, but there's no point you'll expect me to wear my man pants. It cannot work. It does not. Okay, let me not target any society. It just cannot work.
Be careful.
Yes. It cannot work. We can never be the same.
Yeah.
Men, and just like I said earlier, we should know our position in the society. There's no point. There's no way I can be the provider, the protector, the all these things you guys do for us. There is no way we can match that. As much as kuna pesa mob, as much as tukona gari, as much as kuna many opportunities, we have a good paying job. There's no way I can be a man.
It only takes a man to raise a man.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to drop something? Because
I mean, if I let you drop first, maybe I might drop it later.
yeah, because I feel like Audrey has literally
Yeah.
marinated that thing clearly, and yeah, but me, I'll just go to the Bible. I'll just say, we all live by the instructions too in this life. Like you were told, man, your duty is to love your woman.
Yeah.
Your woman, your duty is just to submit to your husband.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So when we begin to, try to make it, actually, when we begin to fight nature,
Yeah.
you can never win a war against nature. Look at what is happening to climate change.
Right.
Because we are trying to fight nature, it
Yes.
can never work.
Yeah.
yeah. Did you just put climate change?
I know.
No, I mean,
Because
because
these are things. These are man-made.
problems.
Yeah, problems.
Yes.
So,
From
like,
man-made.
you asked me that question.
Mhm.
In this context, in this time and era, and in this age, I would have agreed with Audrey and Mayaji. Bayaji, sorry.
It's my name being tortured.
I would have agreed with them a little bit further, maybe 20 years from now. But like, it's a sad reality we live in right now. And I feel like some circumstances have made men equipped so much to what women can do, and has also made women equipped so much to what men can do. So a man can do better than a woman, and a woman can do better than a man, because right now we're in survival mode. Yeah, because of the current situation. Otherwise, I do agree with them what they say. Everybody should know their place in the society, and that's how nature works. But in this context, I mean, it's already done. Yeah, maybe just a few percentage who are willing to abide by the laws of the land. Yeah.
I would say whoever is trying to be better than the other. Yes, we live in a very competitive world. That's super true. But when you want to be like better, like I want to do, unaona hiyo kenye unafanya Ed is what Audrey thinks she can do. That is insane, and that's what it's trying to make us change our society and begin. This is me trying to be very careful not to attack anyone on this on this show, but this is some of the things that are driving us to get to this point. And I said, whatever you hear affects you. So a kid grows up in this era, time and now, we cannot fight that kind of nature. And then he or she hears what a man can do, a woman can do. Actually, not just do, but she can do it better. So a woman will tend to understand, so this guy can do this. Okay, let me try to be him. And that's okay. I'm about to go deeper. About to go deeper, but yeah. But yeah, everyone is entitled to their opinion.
And does gender inequality, has it changed over time?
Yeah.
How we treat gender inequality, has it changed over time with the current situation right now?
We can see it's visible.
Mhm.
We are seeing women in political spaces. We are seeing less cases of dropouts in school. We are
Mhm.
seeing less enrollment rates of a certain gender, and it's just being balanced. We're seeing
Is it balanced?
it's almost there. We can't say we are where we were some times ago. It's coming, and empowerment has brought all this, and also noticing like this certain gender needs this. So like I can say there's a distinctive change, and we're not there, but we're getting there.
To be honest, I'll say it has not changed anything. I think it has just introduced a new problem, because well, first of all, I don't even want to talk about women reps office, because it's a question like it's in this public domain. What exactly is the responsibility? when you're coming to define roles and responsibility. And that's what I was saying. There's a difference between creating an opportunity for people to compete rather than being given. Kenya will become a better country when we have the first female president. I'm telling you that. But for now, wacha tuteseke because mambo ni matatu. Listen. Why am I saying this? It's because Nelisema, you do not pin this down because you want to elevate this one. But that is what has happened in this name of empowerment. When we are reducing numbers of school dropouts, something to celebrate about, we're increasing numbers of crime rates because boy child
They're
have
idle.
wanaua watu huku nje
Yeah.
basi.
Bandits.
You get what I'm saying? So this is the kind of things. Even we face it in relationships. Something I always talk about on my live on Instagram. Your girlfriend. It always happens to girlfriends, and I hate this topic. They just kill each other, and victims. I mean, 9 out of 10 women will be killed. You understand? And funny enough, by the way, akunanga kesi na maiti. Whether ukienda tu kwa jamaa mwenye ni psycho nini na kuanga ngumu.
Hivyo.
So you see, we're introducing another problem, thinking that solving should be the ideal thing. So tunaenda tu kwa sako. Kesho waseme, let us empower boy child sasa, juu mambo imechemka. Haya, turudishe girl child tena pale. Tena tuanze kukuwa na hizo problems Ruth has mentioned. So we are not solving. I feel like we are just procrastinating problems and maybe shifting, the color of this demo. Yeah.
I think I think I'd have to agree with Mbayaki because I don't think it may change. I feel like it's still happening, but chini ya maji, you know. There was a documentary I was watching on KTN some other time. It was talking about women in politics, and in this case, they were talking about governorship, the gubernatorial seat. And then there's a woman who was saying how her life was threatened, how she was threatened to be raped, how she was told, "We'll come after your kids. We know where they're living if you don't drop this seat." I think she was still what is it called, campaigning. So I think in a happen, as much as it is all clear in our screens that we are empowering girls are going to school, we have agricultural, we have spaces for women in tech. That's a good example. Women in tech, women in agriculture, women in predominantly male predominantly spaces. It's still happening. It's still happening behind the scenes. For a political woman to be saying how she was threatened by this other governor's team at sijui achilia kiti sijui nini, just because the man is feeling threatened, anaona manze udem atakuja kunishinda. Now you're threatening her. Now you're doing this and. I still feel like it happened, but it's just that it's not clear in our faces.
Eddie, also let me add something about this thing. Deep down, I can say without fear that we have dropped the guard. And when I say we, I mean the ladies. The ladies have dropped the guard. She's spoken about the documentary. I remember another feature was done on NTV, if I'm not wrong, or KTN either. It was called Degree of Doubts. KTN, right? By Timothy. I'm telling you, it's a whole 1 hour plus feature on, master students, first class honors, degree, that, there's no jobs. They've just decided to settle for something to pay their bills. Tell me if there's any lady for your feature. There was no girl for that feature. I'm not saying ladies should suffer. What I'm saying is, and I'm speaking from an industry and so many industries out here, ladies have something to offer. They have something to offer.
Which is?
I'm trying to be modest, just in case I have a minor watching this this podcast. Ladies have something to offer, and for the sake of, and you all are not new to this, for the sake of good life and inshallah. I mean, how many? You just once, and then I get to this position. It's cool. You understand? Some people, some of us gents, when you go to an interview, sit on you. Hey, my God.
Shapoteza kazi na ujanza.
Yeah. That leads us to my next question. How does gender inequality affect our education?
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
Mm.
Enrollment, dropouts, what else? And it's Yeah.
Also grading.
And education,
Yeah.
grading kwanza nililia when I was still a little boy. When I learned that I am not graded the same as a chick, I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Wait, you not?
No, like, you understand the cluster for going to campus and stuff. Wait, excuse me, we're in the same class, same teachers,
same exams.
same exam, but now this is where you draw the line. Sindio?
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah, that's
This
sad.
is where you draw the line. And also, I will say this again and again. Education system of this country has been a whole mess for a long time. And now, even a Form 1 kid, we used to be excited going to school, like, finally nimeingia. But size ya Form 1, a class 8 pupil is tired with school.
What are these? What are these?
You get?
Yeah.
They are tired with school. Why? Because definitely the narrative that there's no job out here, it may sink down. It may sink down. So they're like, okay, so what am I doing here? Because we have always been taught good education, good job, good life. Kwa grao.
Between different.
So these kids, they don't have that. And then wanakuja kulearn that, oh, by the way, mimi kama dame, I just need to look pretty, nini, and I'll find a 50-year-old man who will finance my life. Oh, as a boy, I just need to be using this diclofenac thing that I have to be making money.
Oh.
Kuzubaa kidogo inakupita.
Inakupita.
So yeah, it's very sad. It's very, very sad. Kwanza in our society right now,
Yeah.
in the aspect of also education, or nikipeleka kitambo, unapata the way walikuwa na deal na gender inequality kitambo, see the way walikuwa na deal nayo sahi. You see. And also sasa inanitekwa the education part. Were they feeding us wrong information in the education part about gender inequality?
Yes.
I would
They
say,
made,
yeah.
They made it look like the female gender are the victims.
Yeah, the victimized agenda. Yet out here, some of us men are even suffering more than some of the women. You understand? This thing of any. Go to institutions of higher learning today, my brother. Just go to institutions of higher learning. You are there. I tell you, my bro, you cannot compete with a lady. Same problem. What munangaikia missing mark or something. Kesho mpigie huyo dem. Yo, were you sorted? Yeah, I was sorted. You will have to simp. You will have to kiss that lecturer AWS.
Hi, please.
So,
sorry, please. So you add something on sorry, like sorry, please. Hi,
Sorry,
please.
please. Aki, please.
like,
Okay, please.
so that you can be given what you paid for.
Yeah.
And now you are not even given. You're actually being tortured even more. You are being told now you just have to sit for another cut. Hey.
It's a unit you did 3 years ago.
So you have to pay, like, hi, please, can you take 3K
First,
for?
even you have to pay pay money.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, to some point is that. And you see, it's because of boychan. Now in Nigeria, the other day, it was being, I think BBC were doing that feature. How sex for grades.
Yeah.
We all saw sex for grades.
Sad.
I remember when I was in primary school, I used to be an entertainment prefect. And I used to have a favorite teacher. He was my English teacher. He was a man. So sometimes when I'm trying to teach people a song, as kind of a skit or like a dance
skit, yeah.
or something like that, and then these boys are not doing what I'm telling. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then I go and tell this teacher, oh my God, he beat them. Mercilessly. Brutally.
I didn't see that. Prefect.
Yes. Yeah.
Why are you disturbing the prefect?
Yeah. So I feel like it was gender inequality ilianza kitambo sana, and we were taught about it from a really young age, and whatever the question was you asked, that is what I've answered. I feel like haikuwa fiti. I feel like saizi now that I can see haikuwa fiti. He used to beat them, and then kama ni madema na wachapa tu mbili hivi, but the boys kwanza anawakuta dom
Damn.
at
But one
night.
thing, I agree that
And then you can see back then while she was growing up, she was young, she will now feel good that these people have been lowered.
Yeah.
They can now
for her to feel
Una
she's
negate.
enough.
Validation.
But one thing I'm a big champion of the boy child, that they should get it as early as possible, combat stuff for them.
It's really tough for
naye
them.
ground ni
Yes,
ngumu
yes.
hiyo naye wacha tu ifike asubuhi 4:30 before jogo yamke
wajuange tu
Ni
si
kubaya.
rahisi, wakidekia
It's
juu.
Ukishazaliwa tu hivi as a
It's
man,
really tough
shida.
for them. For example,
It has been robbed against
another
them.
example ni I was in town and another woman was selling something illegally. Akashikwa tu akaambiwa eka smoki zako hapa kwa gari polepole. Another guy
same,
Shikwa-
same thing
anaambiwa apande hiyo lori. Ajekelea hata mguu akapigwa mazi. Na alikuwa anauza tu nguo.
But is it because probably a woman
Must
a woman
be
is like a
against,
continuity, you know, and therefore a man is just a kutulivu.
No, this
Yeah.
is a disease that we need to like.
we need to like
We need
you know
to get
in the western countries you know ukinipata niko na makosa like you are a cop you actually even beg to arrest me
Yeah.
like literally I can tell you why yeah Kenya, have you ever dared ask a police officer a question like okay why are you arresting me on what grounds
Or even ask them what I know my rights. They'll kick you.
Yeah.
you get there is that but when you stand with it though it works sometimes it worked for me nilishikisha kioo ya gari hadi hapa na nikamuonyesha license kwa kioo because unaitaka ufanyie nini license imeandikwa jina yako afande are we good have I oversped no was I overspeeding no I have my license yes so na nimestia my time yeah but whatever you're saying
It's sad. So what causes gender differences? What causes gender differences?
do you have that on camera no oh the things that cause this thing is that we sometimes we feel we are not enough you know and you feel like you just need more and you know it creates a rift in between us forgetting that by then at the end of this all we are all human and we just need to see how we can make our coexistence you know smooth for each and everyone because I mean it's hard already out here with just the basic things so yeah we should just feel like you don't have to pin me down for you to go up yeah
What causes gender differences?
Yeah.
Biological aspect.
Yeah, that's
yeah
Yeah. Yeah, apart from that, really, I think like there's a very strong point I had from my friend Audrey a while ago, and I feel like you see this is a fast-moving time, and there are things that we can learn. Because I see women in firefighting, I see women in these weird races, I see women do a lot of things these days, and I also see men do maybe just not like kama ni hiyo such a like it's just men on men, women on women, because hey man,
Yeah.
men have a lot of muscle.
takulima moja leo
So like probably just the biological aspect in that a woman looks like this, a man looks like this, but thinking because we all get the same knowledge from the same media or the same whatever, because there are things that are put out there that we can all get. And yeah,
siku hizi hata
I've even seen women in masonry, by the way.
yeah siku hizi hata app za mama fua una request ukipata ni ninja na come through
Ni baba fua.
Baba Fua. And they're very good at it. At the hospital, a woman would rather a man mzalishe than a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're a
Yes.
bit gentle.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
woman would rather a man, helps in giving birth, midwifery, than a fellow woman.
but
Yeah.
you see
They're good at it, actually.
another thing why this gender inequality thing is gonna live for long is because the gender that is being empowered more they are enemies of each other
Yeah.
so what are we doing
A woman will not see you, a fellow woman, as competent enough.
Yes.
But you're very well equipped, like
yeah.
just the other.
True.
And that's
Yeah. I think that's the saddest part, manze, because
Yeah.
now, what are we empowering if us ourselves are not empowering ourselves? We women come with a lot of jealousy.
Yeah.
We come with a lot of finger pointing, attitude, nini, too much emotions that we don't even we're tearing each other apart even other than building each other.
That's nice. Also hypergamy, whereby unapata the lady earns more than them. The guy. It inaweza create the differences.
yeah.
You see, so unaweza pata like ukianza like let's say mko na wageni kwa nyumba, alafu kitu ka gas ishe. as a guy like utajipata unaweza kureport kwa your wife but yo babe that's imeisha. You see?
But what if I have the money and you don't?
I mean, it's a team.
Yeah,
We're a team. We're working together.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm imagining is that she has said it a million and one times. The ego.
Yeah.
Okay.
And personally, it gives me the ick.
And
Yeah.
then,
How come don't you?
to you now,
Okay.
it makes you feel.
But
now
in
I
a
am
funny
taking
way,
over.
like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the study brings us men are the most strong creatures, honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, men are the most weakest.
Is it because
Leave alone the physique.
Yeah.
Leave alone the physique. Men are the most weakest creatures.
but you guys don't show emotion, and that's how we see that you're strong.
Why should we show it?
Yeah.
You understand? We have so many reasons to hide our emotions. So why? Wacha tu tuende tu hapo Banias tamasha iishie tu kwa chupa.
Mbona upige tu nduru moja safi ukame.
Yeah.
Iishie tu kwa chupa, lakini nisijaribu kuonyesha mtu.
What are the challenges in gender inequality that we face in this society?
Violence. Man, I'm telling you, I can't walk in town or even like on my way on my way home at a certain period of time at night when there's dark, especially says it now bile mindy mimea. You don't know who's hiding there. You're feeling insecure. You have to walk home. You're in your environment, your where you grew up or something like that. You know people here, but every time you still have to check who's following you all the time. We have so many cases of women being raped, women being stolen from, which also happens to men, but you guys don't get as raped as we do. Sorry. Struck a nerve. Yes, violence. We have so many cases of husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, wameshikana, wamekosana. Now you've beaten someone, someone has lost teeth, someone is killed. I'm telling you, it just brings too much violence. Just because you're stronger than me does not mean that you should take advantage of me. I mean, kama tuwezi shikizana, tuachane tu. Hakuna haja uniue, hakuna haja uningoe meno, hakuna haja hizi
So
vitu they
what
happen.
you're asking the rapist, unataka msikizane?
No, that you ya kusikizana ni story ya relationship. Yeah, rapist, come on, don't do that to me. I mean, no, hakuna.
Don't just rape.
Don't
Imagine.
just rape.
Imagine
Just ask.
Consent.
If I can ask.
wakutoe meno bwana. Ask
Sasa.
banaya. Yeah, another challenge I think I'll point out too, so that let me tackle that is. I will look at the first challenge is failed marriages and stuff. This thing has led to marriages going down the drain big time. In that regard, the second challenge is an already foreshadowed dead or very, I'm looking for an easy word, generation. Like the tomorrow generation, it's not, unless we fix it, trust me, because when marriages don't stand, trust me, we are scared of what is coming with the next generation. And it's evident, of course, right now we call them Gen Z, but to me they are no longer Gen Zs, because I mean, if a kid of how many 15 years old will wait for me in the toilet when I was going to speak to them, she's in the toilet, a staff toilet, so that she tells me she wants me. And that's not even Gen Z, that's Z. That's just Z.
That's not Gen
again.
Z.
Yeah.
That's Z, yeah. So I imagine that's like a Form 2 kid. Literally, she was in a staff toilet waiting for me, and she, trust me, without any fear or anything, she looks at me there and she's like, "I'm waiting for you." To do what? And you know, I cannot have a case with that kid.
Mtoto wa uniform ni 17 years kwenda mbele.
Nikipatikana hapo, it's a problem.
17 years. 17 years and plus.
Plus. Yeah.
Usinihurumie sikufanya kitu.
Yeah. I was
That's why I'm free.
I'm like FBI, where you at? Okay, so another one is payments, like salaries, like we'd see like we are working the same job, same hours, but one gender gets paid more than the other. And this is just so sad. Don't I can't call it favorism. This has a very bad name because in my field I get to see that a lot.
Also his story your salary and one gender getting something a lot is it's just sad. I always say me I'm a champion. For example, when it comes to women, we said here champions were women, mostly men. Mimi nakwanga I say it loudly about periods bila shame. When I used to my girlfriend used to send me sanitary pads. When I go to the supermarket, you don't wrap it like it's poison. I want to carry it like that. You understand? I mean, what is what
Yeah.
harm is
Yeah.
it doing to me kubeba hii stuff hivi? And again, I say we can never fight nature. If women were asked to experience their periods every month, I mean to discuss whether they want it or not, trust me, watakuwa mwezi kudai we kuja next month tuone. Yeah, so
Heri tu zikuje every month because
no, I mean if they didn't have the
yeah, if we had the chance
implications of
to
you know
choose. Right, right. Something else about jobs and salaries and opportunities and all that. I remembered I asked my mom one day, nini ili happen ulitoka job? And she told me when I was pregnant with you, I was fired. You know, she was alivutwa kazi because she was expectant. And I don't think that would happen with men.
yeah,
I felt that
it's
that was
very
very
sad because
unfair.
we can't get pregnant.
Oh,
But yeah, that's why I was telling you. I think that's where I was heading with this period stuff. If I become a boss, my female employees will always have 2 days of every month not to work.
can you make it 4?
Why
Make
everyone?
it the whole week.
Make it the whole week.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I'm like, no. I also need to make profit. But you
Yeah.
see, it's supposed to be a policy actually.
It should.
It
And you know
should be
what
a
she just
policy.
said is right.
Also for pads.
Yeah.
It's
For parts na hiyo hata hiyo conversation.
Hata haifai kukua conversation.
Hiyo hata
You see
haifai
what she
kuwa.
just said is right? Because I have friends who the school once you're pregnant, you're not allowed to be in class. And mind you, pregnancy is not a disease. Cannot hinder you from day-to-day activities unless probably the last trimester, maybe when things you need to lay off a bit.
It's
Yeah.
not like we don't know those schools. We know them. Yeah, we know those institutions, and it's very sad, by the way. Well, I mean, fine, I effed up, but yo, should I die because I'm
My
pregnant?
life should not stop
Yeah.
because I'm pregnant.
You get, it is so barbaric.
Rather more reasons for you to even find a much more purpose.
Yeah.
yeah. So I think tunzamalizia with another final question. How can we help reduce gender inequality? As now as youths we are growing, how can we educate those people who are behind us, those people who are there and are experiencing it, and they don't know how to like find the solution into this gender inequality thing?
If there's one thing I feel like we should embrace, the other time I was watching Chebetron walikuwa nasema we should really be willing and able to learn, relearn and unlearn.
True.
Kitu kama gender inequality is something that has been there ever since our greatest grandparents. Yeah, it has been there for a long time, and now that we can see it, because now we have education, now we can see this is right and this is wrong. Now we can see it's supposed to go like this, it's not supposed to be like that. So I feel like for the next generation, starting from us, our kids and our grandchildren, we should unlearn that pattern that has been there by understanding the position in the society, by knowing that Mimi as a as a wife, as a woman, I should respect the man and his roles in his capacity. I should know that the man is the head of the family and I am the neck. Just like how Jesus loves the church, this is just how we should love our men and understand that this is supposed to be the man, the provider, and all that. Men as well should be in that position to unlearn that they are the masculine one. Okay, that it is true. They are the daddies of the, it is still true. You don't have to force it on me. You don't have to use your masculinity to harm me. You're supposed to use it to play your role as a man. so that I
Oh.
can, we fit like a glove, right?
Sure.
Masculinity, you and your masculine energy and your jasho and your muscles and all that.
Joshua.
It becomes the masculinity.
I
Trust
didn't know.
me.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's that bad.
No. Yeah, so we should fit together like a glove, and I feel like we should unlearn that and learn that and relearn how to do it better for the betterment of our future generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, first of all, I will say we let us redefine empowerment and actually make it understandable in a layman's language. Empowerment is not in any way demeaning any other person. Let us redefine that. And secondly, samaki mkunja angali mbichi.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
Let us go down to these minions.
Roots, yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Let's go down. I always love how my mom raised us. You understand? Like, we're only 5 boys in my home, no sister. And this narrative of I knew how to cook for the entire family when I was in class 6. The whole family, wachana na chai nilijua sasa kama kupikia familia ni class 6, chai nilipiga class 1. Like, literally, it's not this thing of, it has been secluded. Hey, it's a god. Even when my cousins sisters used to visit, trust you me, bro, utaamka kuosha vyombo kani duty yako. You understand? It's not like, this has been made to be a female staff. You understand? And now that I am a grown up man, I know I can now see the benefits. Like, literally, sometimes stress zikiwa mingi, mama fua apati yangu, nainama tu pale tu na mix moja safi ya ground.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Tukienda.
So like, I feel like just like any other problem that is in the country right now, it will take time because it has to be intentional and has to start from a person as an individual. Because in as much as you raise your child and you've tried your place in the upbringing sector, you have tried to, empower everyone and try to teach them about the concept of empowerment. It just still comes down to the individual, right?
Right.
So it's something that's going to take some time. Both answers are correct. I mean, both opinions are right, but like, it really comes
It's
down
not
to
total,
like,
yeah,
it just comes down to that one person, especially the person who's in charge at that time.
Yeah. As I said earlier, hizi ni man-made issues. Na sisi ndio tumejitafutia these issues. So samaki mkunje angali mbichi, and it's really a factor that inatu affect sana in relationships, in workplaces, na pia na also kwa our homes. Unaona, we first learn about gender inequality nyumbani, hapa nyumbani. Penye unapata like mzazi anakuamsha asubuhi anakuambia you're a guy, si ndio? Ati unasema like ufai kufanya vitu fulani, but
Unalala mpaka saa 3 kwa
you see.
nini?
So unapata like unaosha vyombo, unapika. Utajua that time utafeel like wanakuonea, but later in life utarealize that these are the things zinakusaidia in the day and day in activities.
Yeah.
You see. So I think we learn these things from home. So learn it, absorb it. After some things you need to unlearn as we go into life. So vitu ya kuchapa, like unachapa your girlfriend ujamoa, we are talking about these things in the latest episode right now. Tulikuwa tunaongelea, ilikuwa episode gani hiyo? Deception. Nini ilikuwa gani?
Gender GVB. Gender
Not even GVB. Hii ya cohabitation. So unapata you are cohabiting, alafu na kupiga, alafu like
walisamea na kupiga tena.
you see.
I know. And you're like, okay, asiponipiga najua anipendi. What?
Yeah.
But hiyo ni love language.
That's not a love language.
Mtu aliona baba yake na mama yake wanalimana na
Director
That's
wa
trauma.
show.
That's trauma
Director
born.
wa show
Yeah.
pia anatupiga wathurupa hapo basi.
So I think tume tackle this episode in a very good way. And I think we can call it an end on this episode.
Yeah.
If you have anything you can add on the episode, this is the right time. Also, we can say your social media handles where we can find you.
Yeah.
If unatafuta job, this is now the time. So we can start from you.
Employers, yeah.
I'm so grateful to be part of this. Yeah. almost missed the other one for the mental health. Yeah, I'm still the
Yeah.
advocate for mental health, especially men. Yeah, because they don't
You
get
have someone to
talk
talk to
about
now. You have
Yeah,
someone
you
to talk
didn't
to now.
sound like that in this the entire conversation.
it. I sound like the antagonist. Yeah. So also, yeah. So I'm a nurse, registered nurse, and you can get me on Instagram at chiri_moy. Love the whole ordeal. I feel like this is a very very good space, especially for the youth.
Yeah.
And you should continue with what you're doing. Doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gracias. First of all, God name so, and secondly, I want to say thank you for this opportunity. Um, I appreciate. You and I know how much
Yeah.
of a struggle it has been,
Yeah.
and finally we're here. I want to encourage. I love what Jeff Konange always says. Let's keep talking, because the day we stop talking, that will be the end of us.
Yeah.
So let the conversation keep going, keep going. And I believe I only need to change one man in mindset, that is, in regard to gender inequality, and that one person changes another, and eventually we will have a society to live, to make it a better place. All my social media handles are just Mbayagi, Mbayagi. I know it's these British names sometimes, but yeah, it's just Mbayagi. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. Imagine I've never signed on Threads. I feel like it's not
Also,
interesting for me. Yeah. So that's me. And always watch Kenyan shows. Simalizangi kasi jamani. Na nakuanga MC, by the way, just in case.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wataolewa, ni vizuri
Yeah,
waolewe.
yeah.
Ni vizuri waambie.
Yeah, ni wazuri waambie.
Yeah, something else that I really like that you're doing is Salem.
Oh yeah, I'm a writer.
Yes.
Salem TV
Salem.
series
Salem
on
is interesting.
Showmax and National.
On my
Oh,
show
for
Magic
real?
East, yes.
Big deal.
Oh,
Big deal.
wow, wow.
Unakaa na celebrity.
I forgot to mention I'm an actor. I should talk to you.
Nice, that's nice. We'll definitely look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for having me on this set. I feel really blessed. I feel really empowered. I feel really psyched. It has been beautiful being here once again. What else? You can listen to my podcast at Spicy Superior. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on Anchor. I cannot say all listening platforms, just Spotify for now. I am a farmer, so if you would like consultancy on animals, livestock, cattle, poultry, pigs, goats, and sheep, you can reach out.
Dogs.
No, men maybe.
You're a
Men.
Men. Yes, I only major on livestock, domestic animals. Something else, I am working for Craft We Teach. It is an art organization. So if you would like to come and paint with us for a small fee of 1,300, you
They
can
eat
come.
nice mandazis.
We eat really good
Oh, for
snacks,
real?
by the way.
Where are
Yeah.
you guys at, Amma?
Sorry?
Where are you guys?
We move from place to place.
Oh, it's
We
like
can
a
talk
sip and paint
Yeah,
thing.
actually sip and paint. We have sip and paint. We have shake and paint, picnic and paint. Yes, follow
When
me on
is
my
your next
social.
event?
Sorry?
Next event.
Big Square. I'll let you know when.
Yeah, okay.
Follow me on my Instagram at Audrey Sang. Follow us as well on Instagram at Craft Petich, and we are looking forward to seeing you there. And listen to my podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, before umalize manze, producer asante sana. It's so
Yes.
nice having you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll hook you up with some.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you guys. You've never failed me nikikuita.
Yes.
You've also
Hey man, yetu imekuwa vita
imekuwa
msee.
vita lakini
Kidogo shit, niko Nairobi nimeenda kushoot. Nilishoot single kiasi pia. I acted on single kiasi season
Oh,
3
really?
coming up.
Okay, nice.
yeah, so it's been hard to bring Bayaji to on set. The last time I called alikuwa Nairobi na the set is tomorrow. So yeah, so thank you for coming, Ruth in the team, in the podcast team, and it's a learning curve, and also I've learned a lot through the podcast. Ungeniambia like 3 years ago ningekuwa in such a space, ningekwambia acha uongo, you see. So I first knew you at the NREP culture.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
So at that time tulikuwa karibu kufikia like ulikuwa celeb.
Toka.
Hatukani.
I mean, you go reachable. Come on, you was Audrey. You of all people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sawa.
so
Yes.
so
Exact anajua.
yeah. So thank you so much. I think I don't know. I can't mention someone right now. What I'll say, well, you're welcome to our dinner on 17th November from 4 p.m. to till dawn. So thank you so much. Subscribe to our channel and see you soon.
2 days after my birthday.
My birthday is 16.
Oh,
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.